friends. Well, today is Easter Sunday and it's now the evening and all the Easter shenanigans are done. Dinner is done with the family and I'm home and I feel like I need to unwind a little bit. So probably had way too much ham, but that's okay. Ham is delicious. And what better way to unwind than just a bead, right? So, but I'm in here. I've been sitting here for a little bit trying to figure out what do I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I really don't know. So I'm like, you know what? One thing that we haven't done is we haven't gone through, like I have this past like a year's worth of Kraftika, both from the Kraftika Czech Glass exclusive box and from Bohem box of leftovers from last year. Plus I have, 3 months worth for this year. How about we go through and look at some Czech glass and let's figure something out. Let's make something. I don't know what, but let's make something. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. And I think that we might be able to maybe incorporate some other beads with it. I don't know yet. But let's take a look and let's see what we have and let's see what we have to work with. And I think we could just make something fun. So let's take a look. Okay, so first I want to address something, right? It's not a bad thing, guys. Trust me, it's not a bad thing. But I am an eager person when I like hold something up, right? So there's a sweet spot, right? Like right about here is good. If I come any closer, it gets blurry, right? So I took some I get so excited that I grab something. I'm like, look at this. So I'm going to calm down and I'm going to make sure that I show you guys at an appropriate space away. So I looked at some of the other things on my phone to turn off like the autofocus and stuff like that. And I tested it out and either way it was the same. So I think it's just a matter of like having stuff like in the background, me getting too close. It's a little bit of all of that. So anyway, I'll try to be like less excited about it and we can go from there. So I'm looking at everything here right now and I'm actually really drawn to the black for some reason. And I don't know if it's just because it's so dark and it's just really dark and shiny and so pretty. And I just kind of want to pull that out and put something with it, but I don't know what yet. So let's just scoop that out. Oh, and my glasses are here. Thank you, honey. I left my glasses at my mom's, and so my husband offered to go back and get them for me because I'm no good without my glasses, you guys. So we're just gonna go ahead and let's scoop out this black here. And I'm being really particular because I really don't want any of the fire polish. Not that it's not pretty, but I want it to be just like a jet black. And it can be matte or shiny, that's fine. I just don't want any of the fire polish. There's a lot of fire polish in here. The fire polish is beautiful, right? But I'm not wanting it for this because I'm thinking I just want just that, you guys know what I'm talking about, I think. I think I'm trying to be clear. I don't know if I am, but I think I'm trying to be. All right, so let's pull that one. Okay, I'm stuck in the pink. So let me go ahead and pull out all these fire polish because we really don't need those. Get out some more. There's one. And I'm trying to think of how I can like spring this up. So, and I don't want it to be like a cliche either, you know what I mean? Like putting colors together that are like a theme, like Halloween or, black is an amazing color on its own. It goes with like everything. It, just looks good with everything. It can look very, very rich and sophisticated, but it can also be played down to just be fun and flirty. So I'm thinking that we kind of want to go with the fun and flirty, because I'm not a super sophisticated kind of gal. Like, I just like to have a good time, like to hang out with my friends and my family and just have a good time. I'm not super uppity and sophisticated, so I don't want to make anything like that. All right, so let me just pull out the fire polish here. I didn't realize I had so many little black beads. Tons of them. I'm just going to stick the fire polish ones back in on the other empty spot here. And plus, this will eliminate some of my excess beads that I have as well. So that'll help greatly. Guys, I just have a lot. And yeah, well, you guys know, you know what it's like when you start accumulating and you're like, okay, well, we need to really use some of this stuff. But again, I'm not really quite sure what pieces I'm going for. I don't know if I'm wanting to make like a necklace or what, but we'll figure it out. All right, I think I have enough of the black, and there's a bunch of different shapes in there. Like, I've got some matte cubes, I've got some faceted, I have some like halves, like little half rounds. All kinds of cool stuff in here. Little star spacers, like little O beads, like all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna have fun with that. Let me just put these back in here. And then I'm thinking, what would we consider for like maybe a metal color? Like, I'm thinking silver, because I want something nice and bright and like cool feeling. So let's dig into some of the silver in here. See what we have that we want to use. I don't want to use those, but I think those are all okay. Let's do those. I just have so many variety, and it's just a matter of, you know, picking out what I want to use. There's some clear mixed in here too, but I don't want the clear. I just want the silver. This little box started out really nice and neat, and then I had to just kind of like roommate a bunch of them, and that's kind of why I want to go through this stuff too, just to try to like loosen it up a little bit. And I know you guys love bead soupish pieces, so we're just going to kind of play around with this and see what we can come up with. Boy, there are some pretty beads in here that I forgot about. They just kind of got buried in here, you guys. And that makes me kind of sad. I bet you they were feeling lonely. And they wanted to be pretty. They wanted to be somebody. So now we're going to make them somebody. There's the silver. Awesome. Looks like I have just a few more in this spot here, and I would like to get all of them. So let's dig that out. Oh, he fell in the melons. Yeah, there we go. I would love to see like a real icy color with this. So like maybe a real icy blue, or a super icy like pink or something like that. That would be really cool. I've got more silver beads in another one of these little spots down here too. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, you guys. So if this is something that you're not interested in this part of it, like the how and why we are doing something, you can skip ahead and get to where I'm actually putting something together. I mean, that's absolutely fine, but I know this is part of the process of making something and designing something. So for a lot of people, it's really good to see. There's a lot of people out there who are just starting, and they probably would like to have some ideas on where to start and things like that. So this is really a good thing for them. All right. If you are new to jewelry making, you know, send me a comment in this video and let me know like what brought you to jewelry making, When did you start? You know, let me know. I love to read the comments that you guys leave. And I know I don't respond back in a timely fashion, but I do try to respond back eventually. So I will definitely get there. We have just a ton of those little teeny tiny round ones in silver, but I want them all. So we are taking them all. This looks like it needs to be reorganized in a big way. And I think there's a few more in here. There we go. That little green guy doesn't belong there. Just a few more. Oh, those are okay. All right, so let me scoop these up. Little fire polish one. So it looks like we have some rounds, a couple different sizes of rounds. We have some faceted rounds. We have some bellflowers. We have some cubes. So again, we have a lot of texture, a lot of different shapes. And I'm not really seeing anything that like, oh, except for maybe this blue here. Like, what do you guys think of this? Check that out. What do you guys think of that blue? That's pretty, huh? Let's pull some of those out. I don't, honestly, you guys, like, I don't even remember that bead. How do I not remember that bead? Oops. Yep, we're going to pull out these little sunbursts like flower guys too, because I think those are really pretty. And we might use those in the design. Trying to make some empty spaces. And these are amazing. And they are just, I think, just the color I was looking for. We've got a few more in here. And then we'll just get the rest of these back in. And we'll close up this one for now. And we'll check out the other boxes and see what we have. I'll put that one aside. Okay, so we have this one that has all the little critters in it. I still want to make like a cute little charm bracelet or something with all the little animals eventually. Oh, well, what about like these? That's pretty. And we have 3 of these. That might look really good. I think that's it for that one. And let's check out this one. As you can see, for the same month, I end up putting the Kraftika one in here and then the bohem one as well. That way it just kind of gets them all together. What about this one? Is that too green? Yeah, that's too green. I don't know if there's anything in this one that I'd want to add to that. This one's very nature-ish, which is good, but it's not what I'm looking for. So we'll close that one up. And then we have our newest one that we just got for April. So let's check that one out and see, because I bet you there's some pretties in there. Oh, and look, we do. We have, is this a good blue or is that? No, that's not really quite the blue I'm looking for. You know what? That's okay. I think we've got a good start here. I think we've got everything we need. So we're going to do that. And I kind of feel like we could do a few things here. So I think we could do a really pretty necklace. Just like a nice thin necklace. Like, you know, no, I don't think we really need to have a pendant on it or anything like that. We don't need that. We could probably do a little pair of earrings to go with it. Or maybe what we could do is even like a little petite bracelet. Or maybe, you know what? Why don't we do like some stacking bracelets? Like do several little bracelets that you can wear all together and have them all, actually you can separate them too. I think that would be fun. So maybe we can do that. And we have the black, silver, and that really pretty minty teal color. And we can just make some stacking bracelets. I think that would be really pretty. And who knows, maybe we will make one little fine, you know, single chain necklace or something from it too. But let's do that. We haven't done like anything like that, little teeny tiny petite stacking bracelets in a while. So I'm going to grab some supplies and we're going to get to it. Okay guys, so I grabbed some of the smaller lobster clasps. I have some jump rings here. These are about 5mm. I have my number 2 crimp tubes from Beaded. I also have satin silver color in soft flex beading wire. We're using the fine, which is a 0.36mm. And this is actually really good. It's really super flexible. You can actually tie knots with it. We're not going to be tying knots with it, but you can actually do that. But so we're going to do that, and we're going to cut off some strands because it's not going to take us long to make these. It's just a matter of stringing and finding what we want to put on them. So let's see. And then maybe these could be kind of like your modern day friendship bracelets, right? Like you could give your friends like a little stack of them or whatever. But let's cut like 10 inches, and that's going to give us plenty of string to, you know, mess with or whatever. And if we end up messing up on something, we have plenty of room to cut some off if we have to. I like to give myself a little bit of extra space. So we're just going to make several. I have no idea how many we're going to make. I would like to use up all the beads, but we will see. So let's just, for now, let's cut 4. I'm committing to 4 bracelets. So there's 3. We need 1 more. And then I figured too, you can even just wear one by itself. If you just want one little like delicate bracelet that you wanted to wear on its own, you can definitely do that. So yeah, no fuss, no muss. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys in just a hair closer. There we go. All right, and we can start. So I'm just gonna put my strands over there, and we are just going to start making something pretty. And in the black, we have so many different shapes and just really cool stuff. So like we have these like half rounds here. I believe I have 2 of those. We should be able to do something really cool with that. And I'm kind of thinking that we could probably put those like maybe like this with that silver, and maybe do some little Orion spacers in between. Let's just see what that looks like. So if we put this little black bead on here, and if we put on just like a little couple of these, like maybe 3 of these little Orion spacers. Or maybe if we did them the other way around. Let's see. Had it like that. But then that doesn't do me any good. I don't think I want that. That just looks like a little face in a hat. That's all that looks like. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's put those little half ones aside. Maybe I don't want to even mess with those right now. I do have only 3 of them. So, I mean, they could even go into a bead soup, and I'd be fine with that too. but let's just kind of see. These are definitely the colors I want to use, so we know that for sure. Let's maybe start with a focal, okay? Maybe that'll help. Let's start with a focal. Let's do this pretty little sunburst guy. All right, so we have that. And then I know that it would look really good with the silver, of course, but I also want to work in some of that black. Let's just pop on one of these little silver rounds next to it. And then maybe we could do, is that a center drilled flower? That is a center drilled flower. So that's like unique in itself. And I think that might be my only center drilled flower. Huh, look at that. All right, so then if we did that, then maybe we could just grab like, I don't know, like a couple of these little O beads here. Look at how that pops off that black like that. That looks really, really pretty. And then we could come in with maybe another color like that, like this one, and do 3 more. And then one of these little silver beads. It's pretty. Then I'm kind of like not feeling the black on that. Maybe it's too much black. Maybe that's the problem. Like this is going to be such a much lighter piece here that maybe we need to start out with black too and work in a color. So let's maybe do some more silver. We have the little round. Maybe we go up to like one of these little faceted ones. Do you ever get like stuck on like an idea and then you're kind of like, I don't know what I want to do? And then you're like, I think I just want to just start stringing. Like I at this point, like, I don't know. I don't care. I just want to string. I just want to make something. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I can deal with that. That looks really cool. All right. That looks really good. So let's do that on the other side here. We have our little round. Our little faceted round. And one of these Orion spacers. And then another facet. Whoop, that's a cube. And then a little round. So this is what we have so far. It's gonna be a cute little petite bracelet. And then now I think we could mix in maybe some larger beads. So let's grab one of these. I really don't know how I missed all those. Those are just so pretty. I'm like, how in the world did I miss those? And then we have a lot of these silver rounds, which I really like these too. These are cool. So let's put one of those on. And then I feel like we just kind of need like a little peak of black, right? So maybe let's grab this Orion spacer and just pop it in there. Just a little tiny bit. And then we could follow it up with maybe another round, like so. And then another one of these minty aqua colors. There. That looks cute. And let's do the same thing on this side. And we're going to bead to about 6.5 inches. And then we're going to put our clasps on, clasp and jump ring. There we go. Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty. And then we can put another one of these on. And then I think we can probably just use a lot of these little silver ones at the ends here and maybe mix in like one of the small little black ones in between or something. So let's do like 1, 2, 3 of those. One little black O bead. And then 1, 2, and 3. Let's do the other side. There's 1, 2, and whoa, 3. And there we go. And let me grab my tape measure I dropped on the floor. There we go. All right, so I said I wanted a bead about 6.5 inches. So we're at 5 inches right now. So we could definitely use another 1.5 inches. So let's do that. Let's keep going. So I'm thinking we could do probably one more black O bead and probably 3 more silver. Two and 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. All right, now let's see how long we have it. We still have room for another 1/2 inch, guys, so we can probably just maybe throw on a couple more small spacers. Maybe the black ones have a little bit bigger of a hole, so it'll be easier for me to put my my wire back through twice. So let's maybe just grab like 2 on each side, and then I think we can go ahead and do this. Oh yeah, then this is gonna be fine. Let's just double check it. Close enough to 6.5 for me. That's real close, so we're good. All right. I am going to, where's my little bead bug? Where's my little bead bug at? I probably actually put it away where it belongs. I did not, but you know what? I do have this, so we can just like clamp him on for now. And we can put our crimp tube on. We'll put our lobster clasp directly on. Going to feed our other end of our wire through, just like so. And we're gonna do a traditional crimp because if I was gonna use the other crimpers, I'd have to add some other strands into the crimp tube, but we're just going to use our traditional crimping method here. I'm pretty good at this method, so we're fine. Okay, so now we can just maybe push that through some beads so we don't have to cut it off at the crimp. All right, so we're gonna cut it shorter, but it'll still hide within some of those beads, like those last 2 black beads. There we go. Slide those up over, and you'd let gravity do its work. And then we can do the other side. Put our crimp on, put our jump ring on. So the nice thing is all these bracelets are going to work great on their own, or they're going to work great stacked together. And we'll look at them like that when we go to try it on at the end. And the great thing is you can get this look with any of the beads that you currently have. Just start going through your stash and pick out a color that you're wanting to use that you have a lot of, and maybe that you haven't used in a while or haven't used at all, and maybe see what you can put with it. Pick a metallic color, pick another color that you would like to see with it, and then just go for it. So here's our first bracelet. It turned out pretty. All right, so we're gonna put her aside and we're gonna start on our next one. And I'm trying to make them all look like they go together, but not all exactly the same. So that's gonna be what our challenge is. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay. All right, so next let's make something that's gonna have like the black beads in there. So let's do, we have like this big juicy one here, and we only have 2 like that. So I would like to kind of use both of those together and just put them together like that. But I also have kind of want something in between them. No, maybe I don't need something in between them. Maybe what I do need is I'm going to try something here. Because I want this to be kind of like a little bit of a focal. So I'm going to put those 2 halves together. Hold on. I'm thinking, guys. I am thinking. And maybe if we did like that. I really want to use these half beads, but I'm not super happy with how I'm using them. Okay, putting that back. We'll get it figured out. All right, so we're going to use this one really pretty big black bead here. Very pretty, very shiny. What I am looking for though now is, well, I do have 2 of those like little center drilled flowers. That's cool. Okay. And then we have some of these little drops, which is fantastic, but like how many of those do we have? Those little drops are so stinking cute. I love them. Because I would like to utilize them in a bracelet as well. I have quite a few of them. I'm wondering if I even used any of them at all. I might not have. There's another one. I think that's it for the little black drops. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't see any more. Okay, so now we know we have those. So that's great. I love that. And so now I think we should put like these little bellflowers on, maybe aiming towards that middle bead. I think that would look cute. So we have our black and silver up front there. And then I think we could come in with maybe one of these like little bluish beads right behind it. How many of these do we have? So we have 4. So we could do 6 on each side. Yeah, we could do 6 on each side. So let's see how this looks. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Maybe I do 3, put a spacer between, because see, that's what they end up doing when you get them together. Isn't that cute? They just kind of do like a little crisscrossy thing. So let's do 3 over on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do a silver bead in between, but let's do one of these little faceted ones here. There we go. And same with on the other side. And then let's do 3 more of these on each side. 1, 2 and 3. One, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's going to be really cute. So now I think we should do another faceted silver. We have that little pop of that like aqua, minty aqua color right there. And I think that we are going to want to add a little bit more of that to this. So I think what we do is maybe, because we have these little black center drilled flowers, we have 2 of those, so we'd have 1 for each side. That would be fun. I think what we could do is maybe grab like the little Orion spacer in the aqua color. Let's grab 2 of those. And then let's grab a little daisy spacer in the silver. Just kind of watching too to make sure I have enough to do both sides here. This one's gonna have a lot of shape and texture going on. Little center drill flower. Another little, well, it's not a daisy spacer, it's a forget-me-not. And then 2 more of the minty teal Orion spacers. Just adding a tiny little pop of this blue in here. And we can do the same thing on the other side. There's 2. A silver forget-me-not. This black center drill flower. There we go. Looks like there's only 1 more silver forget-me-not in here. And then we need just 2 more of these blue Orion spacers. And then let's check our length. Let's see where we're at. But when we do that, we want to make sure that these beads are laying correctly so we get the right length, the right size. There we go. Okay, we're at 4.5 inches. We have about 2 inches left to go, so that's good. All right, and then now I think that we're gonna use, we have a ton of these little O beads here, like just so many of them. So we're gonna utilize a lot of those like towards the end of our bracelets because there's so many of them. Plus they end up being really good, like I said before, to run your bead stringing wire back through when you're done crimping it. So we're going to use those a little bit. All right, so now that we know we have about 2 inches to go, we could probably add 1 inch to each side, or approximately 1 inch to each side. So let's grab these little O beads and let's do, I love doing patterns of 3 with just 1 random bead in there. So this time we're going to pick a silver cube. All right, do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and a silver cube. Okay, then let's do the other side the same way. So 1, 2, 3, silver cube. 1, 2, 3, and a silver cube. All right, let's see where we're at now. We're probably getting pretty close. I'm gonna move this up more. Remove this. There we go. Jeez Louise, guys, I'm having like camera difficulties today. Okay. And we're at just over 6 inches. I think I'd want to add just maybe probably like 2 more of the little O beads on each side, which will be perfect. 1 and 2, whoop, 2. And then let's go ahead and just, we're gonna crimp this one side first, and then we'll add 2 on this side and do the other side. So I'm gonna grab my crimp. We might actually be able to make a lot of little bracelets all stacked together. That would be fun. All right, run that through my crimp, just like so, all the way straight up. So I have just a little loop there. I'm trying to keep my loops all around the same size. All right, and I don't know if it fits twice through the little cube, but we'll find out. Oh, it does. Perfect. I don't have to trim any wire. All right, dropping that down. Going to add our 2 little O beads on. You guys, I'm sorry, my cuticles are such a mess. Look at how bad my skin is getting. Like, I don't know why it's so bad. I go see a dermatologist soon because I'm like worried that it might be more of like just a chronic, like something, I don't know. I do a lot of like, have my hands in a lot of stuff all the time. So maybe I need to wear gloves more often, you know? Like, I just go barehanded at like so many things. But if I just maybe stop and put like some gloves on or whatever, it would probably help a lot. But anyway, I've bought like really good like oils and lotions, and I'm currently using the olive oil treatment at night, like just putting olive oil on my hands and then wrapping them, which really isn't a great thing for me, but if anything will help. And my skin hasn't always been this bad, you guys. It's like since I started getting older, I don't know. Is it hormonal? Like, I feel like everything else is, so it might as well be. There we go. Then we can trim this off. And then we have our second bracelet. So let's go ahead and clasp this up and take a look at it. Don't worry, guys, I will try them all on. Oh yeah, these look so cute together. This is gonna be such a fun little like thing. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna run off real quick and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. All right, so let's go ahead and do something with a silver bead in the middle. Let's do the silver one. And then maybe let's do this little black Orion bead next to it. And then let's maybe do just like a regular silver round. Just try making this more of like a silver focal. Like so. And then we can bring in like a little punch of this aqua color. So pretty. It looks so pretty with this. It's almost like it was like the perfect bead to team up with the silver and the black. Look at how nice that looks. It's like kind of punchy. It's fun. All right, so we have that. And then I would like to probably do maybe a couple more of the larger silver beads. So we have, let's go back with the faceted ones. And let's put, oh, I have 2 of those daisy spacers left. They were buried. Let's put a little, nope, we're gonna go right straight for the big one. Let's go right straight for the 6mm. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice together. Yep, I like that. And then we can do one of these. this little forget-me-not. They're a little bit harder to pick up. We could probably do a little, do we have, how many of those little black Orion ones do we have? We have a couple, okay. Do the little black one. And then let's do another one of these little teal ones. That looks cute. Yeah, I like that. Sometimes you don't need a chunky monkey bracelet. Sometimes you want just a tiny little sweet bracelet and then have the option to add to it to make it chunky monkey, right? So that's what we're doing today. We're exploring our options. So let's follow that up with just one of these little black round, silver round spacers on the side, and maybe another one of these teal, and then a silver. And then I think we're going to do mostly silver all the way down. And we'll put in a little bit of black with it. I have a feeling we're going to be able to get quite a few bracelets out of this, you guys, out of this little pile. And that's going to be fantastic. All right, so now that we have that, let's see, what should we do? Let's maybe do one of these. How many of the cubes do we have? Do we have enough to do like one? Two and three and a black bead. Oops. That's pretty. I think we can definitely go more. So my problem is, do I want to use more cubes or do I want to use the little rounds? I think I kind of want to use the little rounds and save some more cubes because we have a lot more of the little rounds, I think. Let's do 3 of those. And then another one of these. And then 3 more. 2 and 3 and one of these. All right, let's measure this. Let's see what we have. Okay, we're at 5.5. We have just about another inch to go, so we could definitely do maybe I should go back to cubes. So 1, 2, and 3, and 3 on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and now we should be good. Yep, we are good, guys. We're really close to that 6.5 inch mark. All right, and let's do the same thing as before. Crimp tube. Looks like that one has a little bit of a claw. I'm going to stick something in there. All right, so crimp tube, clasp, And then let's crimp. You know, it'll fit through the little cubes. And that's as far as it goes. Oh, it's that actually worked out perfect. Okay. And then we can do this other side. Crimp. And our jump ring, making sure it's closed before I string it on there. Through our crimp. Let's go through these cubes. And through that black one. There we are. Whoop. Yeah, there we go. Then we'll come in and crimp that. And that one's all set. Trim off what we don't need from our wire. And then here's this one. Sweet and Petite. And let's take a look at all of them together real quick. So we have 3 all together so far. How fun is that? That's a lot of fun. All right, we're gonna make another one, but I think we have enough that we could probably make 2, like another one after this, maybe even one more. So let's make this one and see what we have left. And I think we are going to do, I think we're probably gonna do this really light. I only have 3 of these little melons, these minty green melons left. So we're gonna do all 3 of those right next to each other. We're going to use our little bellflowers as like a little bead cap right there. Just like so. That looks cute. That looks really, really cute. And then we're going to bring in one of these. And then let's go right in for some of these larger beads. So let's use this faceted one. Let's get another aqua here. Pretty. Very, very pretty. And we need this faceted bead. Just like that. And then I think I'd like to use some of these matte ones, bring in a little bit of a different texture to it. And then another aqua. And maybe a little silver. And we have some of these little faceted black bicones. Let's put that on there. Like that. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty cute. All right, so we have that. Another one of these. Little tiny round bead. Whoops. Bicone. And another little teeny tiny round bead. That looks cute. And then let's grab another of these little half fire polished teal beads. Let's bring in another matte black bead. And another one of these. And then I think we're gonna do those little, I think I have just enough of these little silver spacers left to do that little segment one more time. So we have this, a bicone, this, and then same for this side. Now we have no more of those tiny little silver beads anymore. Okay, let's see where we're at with this one. That looks really cute. All right. Got about another inch to go. So we can definitely do another one of the aqua on each side. There's one, and then this one. And we have more of the black bicones. So let me grab some of those. So we may just end the last part of this with some bicones here. Maybe a silver bead in between. Do I have all the bicones? It looks like I do. But just because it looks like I have them all doesn't mean anything. So there's going to be an extra, so we don't need that. So let's do two of the, well, one black bicone, one faceted silver, and a black bicone. And then let's do the same thing on this side. There we go. And then let's measure this one. It's a little bit too big. So I think what we're going to do is take off the black bicone. It's still a little bit big, but I think because if I took that off, yeah, it's going to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We'd rather have it be just a tad bit bigger than too small. And if you plan on layering these or even not layering them, it'll be fine either way. So we're going to leave it just a teeny bit longer than the other one, so it wouldn't be much longer. All right. Do the same thing with our crimp. And let's put that through. I hope everyone had a really nice Easter today. I hope you got to visit with family and friends and be around all the ones that you love. We had it over at my mom's, which was really, really nice. And we had, you know, a lot of people there, and it was really, really nice. Good food, good people, you know, just really great time. The kind of day that makes you not look at your phone all day, which is something that I love. I had the same kind of day yesterday. I hardly looked at my phone at all. I did a few things here and there, but as far as like sitting down and spending time on my phone, that didn't really happen. So, which was good for me, because I do need to take phone breaks every now and then, just to kind of like clear my head and, you know, think about other things in life. And stuff like that, which, because I do a lot with, you know, social media, like YouTube and stuff, I tend to spend a lot of time looking down at my phone. So it's kind of nice to step away from it for a weekend. All right, so there we go. There's 4. And you guys, we have more. We can still do probably 2 more bracelets. So I'm going to take a minute and gather my thoughts, and we are going to make 2 more bracelets when I come back. Okay guys, I got 2 more strands cut at 10 inches each, and we are going for it. So, let's see. I already decided I'm like struggling with these little half rounds, so we're just not going to use those. We're just going to set those off to the side. Maybe I can use those like in a pair of earrings later, because I think that it'd be kind of cool to like maybe hang this, and then maybe like hang a little loop here, and then hang like a couple little fringes down from it or something. That might be kind of cute, but I'm struggling with them today, so we're not going to use them. I'm not going to do it. All right, so this is what we have left. I have 3 little Orion spacers in the blue left. I have a few in the black. I don't have any kind of flat spacers for the silver. I have 1 large black bead left, like an 8mm faceted, so let's put that on first. And then let's do this little pop here, and another one here. I have just 1 extra. We're gonna put it in our little mix, our little bead soup mix. And then we are going to add the matte black and the matte black. We're going to do a round silver on both sides. And we have like some smaller black ones. So we have like faceted like 4mm rondelle. So let's put that on. And then maybe let's do an aqua. Let's do one of these little faceted silver beads. Another aqua. Another one of these. Let's do the same thing over here. Just like that. That looks pretty. And then we can do, let's do another big round silver. How many of these do I have? I have 1, 2, I have 3. I have so many like odd numbers. I don't even know how. Oh, there's 4. Okay, so we can do the same little thing again. So let's do this. One of these. Faceted. Another one of these. And one of these. Same thing on the other side. And there we go. Let's take a little measurement and see where we're at. I'm sure we're going to be able to add more, but let's just check it out and see. Yep, we're at not even at 5.5, so we still have about 1 inch and 3/4, something like that to go. 1 1/4 inches, something like that. All right, so awesome. We only have 1 of those left. So let's maybe do another one of these. We have 2 more of these little faceted ones, or we have more. We have more than that. Okay. I love how they all like just blend in with each other. And you're like, oh wait, no, there's more. And then there we go. Just a tiny little bit more. So we could probably just do maybe like a little black one on the end of each one, double check it, and let's just see where we're at. I think maybe I'll just add one more little black one on each end, and then we're good. Then we are absolutely good. There's 1 and 2. All right, now let's crimp this up. I also unclogged that other crimp that we had. Oops, hold on one second. I have a cat that wants in. Okay, Lucy wanted in with us, so she's going to be in here now for a little bit with us until she changes her mind. But we're almost done, so it's going to be okay. All right, I'm putting my clasp on. Let's have that meet up to here. There we go. And I think we're going to trim some of that off because I don't think it's going to fit through those aqua ones twice. So just come in and trim some of that off. There we go. Pretty. I'm glad I chose these colors together. This was fun. Let me fix that. There we go. We'll make our last bracelet. We'll get them all on and see how they look. I have a feeling they're gonna look pretty cool, especially all together. All right, let's do our little crimping here. Marmalade's yelling at everybody out there. He probably wants a treat. All right, here is number 5. Look at that. How pretty. All right, let's make our last one, guys. All right, so we're gonna end up with an extra faceted. Hold on one second. You want me to open that for you, Lucy? Here, baby. Here, baby, move your paws. There you go. There's a drawer that I keep extra little blankets in here, and she loves to climb in it and lay in all the extra little blankets. It's like her little nest. I forgot she was in there the one day, and I went to close it, and she she started yelling at me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right, so we have one more of these. I have 2 of these round silver ones. So let's do another one with this. Yeah, let's do another one with this as the focal. Why not? It's okay. And then let's do these big silver beads right next to it. And then we're going to use an aqua bead. We'll use a cube. Let's do a matte black, a cube, and a little aqua bead. And then the same thing on this side. So we'll do our aqua bead. Our little silver cube. Our matte black. I only have 2 more little silver beads left. And our aqua. Very pretty. That looks really, really pretty. And then let's do, we have some more of the matte black left. So maybe now what we do is we do our, let's do our little matte black cube. Aqua. Try to be strategic here. Silver. Aqua. And matte black. Guys, can you hear Marmalade yelling at everybody? He has gotten so demanding in his old age. He just like, give me what I want and give it to me right now. I don't have time for any of your baloney. Just get out here and give me a treat. Cat cracks me up. Lucy, you just came in. You're fine, baby. You're fine. And she thinks because Marmalade's yelling that he's getting something. So she's like, well, what am I missing out on? Is he getting a you-know-what? A TREAT? Because if he is, well, I want in on that. That's exactly what she's doing. I know my little girl. I know her. Here we go. All right, let's see where we're at. Because I think I might want to just finish it up with all the little aqua color. Okay, so yeah, like let's do 1 more inch worth of aqua on here. I'm almost tempted to just do 1 more bracelet, but we're not going to. All right, so let's just do 2 more of this on each side. And let's see what that gives us. And if you think about like what we started with, you guys, I'm hardly putting anything back in that box. So we could definitely do a little bit more. So let's do probably 1 more on each side, maybe with a little black bead at the end. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, good deal. Wow, guys, we hardly have anything left here. Look at that. That's so cool. I'm seriously tempted to squeeze 1 more bracelet out of all these. I'm gonna be like a teeny tiny one, basically, but I could do it with like that as a focal and just have a bunch of black, but I think that would be really boring. So we're not going to. We're just going to put that back in our little container with all of our Kraftika Czech glass beads, and we are going to be happy with the bracelets that we made, because I think this is, yeah, this is number 6. And I'm excited about putting them all on my arm and seeing how cool it looks. All right, so let's snip some of this down so it'll just fit through the little black bead, because it's not going to fit through the green or the aqua, whatever, more than once. Okay, am I not? There we go. I had it. I just didn't want to do it. All right, bring that up. And then the same thing on this side. Let's fix this. Just a little off. There we go. Well, this was a lot of fun. This kind of helped me, you guys. I needed something that was going to help me just kind of unwind and relax, and this really helped. And now I have some really super cute stacking bracelets that I could either give to a friend or keep for myself or split down the middle, you know, because we both have 3. So maybe I can give them to a really good friend of mine and we can both wear our set of 3 bracelets. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. Squeeze in there. Whoops. All right. And there we go. All right, check that out, you guys. We have 6 bracelets. Look at how pretty they all look together. All right, I'm gonna get them all on, but I'm not gonna make you guys like sit there and watch me do it because it would be ridiculous getting 6 bracelets on. But I'm gonna put them on and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we go. Here's all 6 of them, and look how cool they all look together, you guys. That's so much fun. And I love, you know what? I am so glad that I picked that color to go with the black and the silver. It just looks so cool. And they all fit just perfectly, and they could just kind of mess up and be scrunchy and just have a lot of fun. Shake, shake. All right, so for those of you who do not know what Kraftika is a Czech glass bead company that deals with Czech glass, and they have a subscription box, which I've been getting for well over a year now, and they are fantastic. I mean, look at these beautiful Czech glass beads. And you get them monthly, and I have the link for you in the description of this video. And I'm going to test the link too because we've been having problems with the link at times. So definitely I will take a look at that, and if you are interested, just go ahead and go to the link and check it out, see if it's something that you think you're going to want. But I am absolutely in love with these little Czech glass beads. I am a Czech glass girly, so they make me super happy. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I think it was a little bit of fun. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night, and I hope you have a wonderful week too. Bye, everyone, and God's blessings to you all. Bye.